Lucia Bosè gave up everything for her husband, her acting career, independent life, and even her friends. But when she found out who he really was, and that there were even allegations that another woman took her own life because of him, Bosè did something not many women would have the courage to do. Continue watching to find out more. Lucia Bosè had a rough start in life. Bosè was born in 1931 in Milan. When she was young, her family's farmhouse was destroyed by Allied bombs during the war, and at its end, she saw the suspended bodies of Mussolini and his lover, Clara Petacci. All this led her and her family to lose everything they had. Being raised in poverty and watching her parents struggle to make ends meet, Bosè started financially providing for her family at the young age of 12, when she began to work as a drudge in a lawyer's office. She then spent most of her teenage years working in a bakery in her native city. However, she quickly got fed up working there, and in 1947 she participated in the Miss Italia beauty contest and won the competition. Her screen potential was first spotted just after the war by Luchino Visconti, but he didn't do much to push her forward. At the age of 15, when she was still working in the bakery in Milan, the director of The Leopard would indulge his fondness for her. He told Bosè that she had the face for cinema. The following year, she was invited to take part in the second Miss Italia competition after a friend had sent a magazine a photograph of her. Her youthful spiritedness and blossoming figure embodied a life-filled beauty. While in the second Miss Italia, she was awarded the prize ahead of two other future actresses, Gina Lollobrigida and Silvana Mangano. Bosè missed the biggest opportunity of her career because of her parents. Lucia Bosè was cast in one of the most successful productions, Bitter Rice, but unfortunately, her disapproving parents managed to prevent her from signing up as she was not yet of age, and the part went to Silvano Mangano. For the next 6 years, she suffered from a collapsed lung, which frustrated Visconti's hopes of working with her in the theater. He was, however, able to persuade film directors to take her on. Later, Bosè was discovered by a producer and was cast in Dino Risi's short film titled The 5 Days of Milan, in which she stood in for a pregnant Silvana Mangano. She then made her big screen debut in Giuseppe De Santi's No Peace Under the Olive Tree in 1950. And in the same year, Bosè gave a performance as Paola Milan in Canacca di un Amore. She later met famous Italian director Michelangelo Antonioni and asked her to play Clara Mani in La Signora Senza Camilla. She then made more of a mark as a femme fatale in the film noir classic Story of a Love Affair, based on The Postman Always Rings Twice. Her exquisite beauty held its own glory with the director's then experimental flourishes and depiction of interior emotion. Pablo Picasso, a friend of her future husband, as well as one of the most reputable painters in history, remarked correctly that Bosè was a face able to play many types of women, from aristocrat to working class, where her own roots lay. Bosè was then cast in the lead of Mort d'un Cellista by Juan Antonio Bardem in 1955. She also appeared in the main female role in Luis Buñuel's Sila s'appelle Luore and acted in the movie Gli Tandati. By then, she met Luis Miguel Dominguin, recently retired from the Spanish bullfighter ring. The actress, whose previous boyfriend had been the actor Walter Chiari, at first had no idea of the Spaniard's fame or his reputation as an insatiable Don Juan. The traumatic relationship with the Spanish bullfighter. Bosè's career was going great up until 1955, but she suddenly gave up acting to marry and raise a family after she had fallen in love with the famous bullfighter during the filming of Muerte de un Cellista. The couple married twice, first on the 1st of March 1955 in Las Vegas, and then on 19th October of that year, in a Catholic ceremony at a family private property. In the beginning, Bosè enjoyed a glamorous life of parties at the couple's villa outside Madrid, and hunting at their ranch. Besides Picasso, her husband's friends included Ernest Hemingway. When he returned to the Bulls in 1959, reports described Domínguez's rivalry with his own brother-in-law, Antonio Ordóñez, in what became known as the Dangerous Summer. The couple's first son was born in 1956, their second in 1957, and their youngest in 1960. She also suffered 4 miscarriages during this time. Lucia and her husband's differences were accentuated over time, especially her lack of interest in bullfighting. He was so fascinated with bullfighting, he once described the allure of the sport, saying, "It's like being with the woman who pleases you most when her husband comes in with a pistol. The bull is the woman, while the husband and the pistol are all in one. No other life I know can give you all of that." Bosé never became close to her husband's clan, and his scandalous marital infidelities also took their toll. She was also never accepted by his family, and soon learned that she was expected to turn a blind eye to his very public and continual infidelity. He portrayed her with other famous actresses, and with all of her friends. But the actress had to keep ignoring them and pretended that she knew nothing for the sake of their children. His innumerable conquests included Lana Turner and Ava Gardner, then married to Frank Sinatra. After they had first slept together, she asked why he was getting dressed. "I'm off to tell everyone," he replied. Another lover, actress Miroslava Sternova, was reported to have taken her own life on hearing that he had been with her Italian rival. The inexperienced Lucia Bosè knew little of the ways of men back then, and only later observed that their romance was a big lie. This led to the couple filing for divorce in 1968. Bosé noted that when she knew who he really was, and he began to understand who she was, then the crisis began to show up in their marriage. After separating, Bosé remained in Spain for the sake of her children, but found every door in the village where they lived now barred to her. He later died in 1996, and she never remarried, saying jokingly that her private life is what she will always remember, because it was the only film directed by Bosé herself. Bosé effortlessly picked herself up again. Soon after overcoming the divorce, Bosé returned full-time to the screen, appearing in Fellini's Satyricon in 1969, starring in the Taviani brothers' Under the Sign of the Scorpio, appearing in Something Creeping in the Dark, and Daniel Schmid's Violante, just to name a few. She continued to be active in both Italian and Spanish films, appearing in several films, including Viscere, which was released in 2007. She became best known in Spain, however, as a defiant symbol of independent, even unconventional womanhood. During her last years, the actress was known for dyeing her hair a vivid blue in such an old age, especially in a nation where chauvinism was starting to be challenged. In the 2000s, she fulfilled her ambition to open a museum devoted to depictions of angels near her home in Segovia. Her fame was only increased by that of her son Miguel, who, after beginning as an actor, became a celebrated singer and heartthrob in Italy and Latin America. Latterly, he has proclaimed his attraction to all genders, which gave both Bosé and her son even more media attention. Lucia Bosè was appointed a Dame in Spain's Order of Merit in 2018. Reflecting on her past, she claimed to have forgotten her life in the cinema, perhaps because it was directed by others and not by her. Lucia Bosè sadly passed away in 2020 at the age of 89, after contracting COVID-19. Do you think that Bosé secretly wanted to become a director rather than an actress? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and check out the next video in this series.